Hey guys, our next stop is 44 Trenchard Circle in Oxfordshire. This is where we lived from around 81 to about 84. And we'll take a look. This is actually the house that we used to live in on base. So we'll do a quick little walk around before we do that. Before we do anything like that, let me show you down here. This was Camp Road, and this is where the James Bond movie was filmed. So Octopussy, he comes crashing through a gate right here all the way in to the actual military base, and they had a fair set up right over here in this area. So you'll see that when he's running around in Octopussy, and the big tent was set up right back here. And then up in the corner here there was an F-111 taxiing down. So it was all pretty neat. Anyway, that's from the James Bond movie Octopussy. It was all filmed right out here. So anyway, let me go back to the house here, and we'll take a quick look. Quick walk around the block. Here we go. Okay. Now I'll do some full screen stuff. Alright. Now this is Trenchard Circle as it suggests. Over here there used to be a big oil tank, and we used to race our bikes down the street and jump them. Over here. These trees were not here, by the way. Over here were tennis courts, and then the main drag. So when peace protesters would come, if they were having a big rally at the end of this street, they would have military police set up and gates and stuff like that. Over here was, I think it was this house, was Brian Narsavage's house. No, it was the next house over. It was right here. And his dad was the commander of the 79th Squadron. I don't remember who lived in these houses here. Over here was a guy by the name Zev Lotman. His dad was a nurse anesthetist over there at the hospital. And behind us over here was farmland, still farmland, which is interesting. And so here's where we would go trick-or-treating. And we'll be in front of our house here in a second. I once took a boomerang and threw it over the fence out here into this field, and we never found the boomerang or anything else out there. So coming up, this is actually the house. Now it's obviously now all civilians live here now, so that's why it's obviously in a little bit more disrepair. Let's see if we can get over here and get a better view. Now it's saying that's 35, but that's actually 44 Trenchard Circle. We had it looking a lot better when we lived there, that's for darn sure. Edging the sidewalks, and the camper was parked over here. And let's see, this one had a 4-bedroom house, so we actually had, this was Mom and Dad's room, this was my room, and this was a back bedroom that was actually taken from this house over here. So we actually had 4 bedrooms, one here, here, and here, and one on the back side of the house there. When you walked in, you were in the family room area, and the kitchen was a little thing in the middle, and it only had 1 bathroom. But anyway, it was kind of neat to see the old house. Down here around the corner, I want to say, is where Father Gallenbach, if I'm getting my streets all put together correctly, that's where he used to live. And I used to have to go over and mow his lawn. What sucked about mowing the priest's lawn, yeah, this is exactly where he lived, was he wouldn't pay. He would give you a bowl of ice cream and say, "Thank you, good work," and you were supposed to feel like, "Hey, all right," and and he would always ask Mom, "Can John come over and mow the lawn and take care of everything?" And she would of course say yes, and I would get over there, and I'd be like, crap. And then Father Gallenbach had a little dog, so there was always dog crap all over the backyard. And I would mow the lawn, and I would edge all this stuff up here. And next thing I know, he's like, well, we got to start weeding. And that, by the word we, meant me. I had to weed all of this crap all the way down here. He was a really nice priest, but one of those people that you just didn't want to mow or have, outside of church. But, you feel bad if you're doing something for if you decide to say no to a priest, Over here we used to run down and we used to cut across, and back here was the commissary, just on the other side over there, and that's the airfield back there. So during air shows we would crawl up on our house's roof and we would watch all the planes take off and stuff like that. Now you got to realize this is during the time when we were there that we attacked Libya, and so one evening all the dads were out of the house. Everybody was gone, so everybody knew something was going on. We went out and we climbed up on the roof, and everybody was watching the F-111s tear off in the middle of the night with the afterburners going and stuff like that. So anyway, let's see if we can get over here. Now down here is a little pass-through, and that goes over to a park on the other side. I don't know how close we'll be able to get, but when we were trick-or-treating, you would always run crazy down this thing because it was really dark at night. That was a base commander's house, and somebody else's, the hospital commander's house, was actually over there. So a really neat little place that we lived in England. So anyway, that is RAF Upper Heyford. This is where Mom taught me to play tennis out here. I'm not sure if this was the base commander or the wing commander or some commander's house, but obviously a gorgeous house for the top brass. And then you had all the little puny guys all living down here, So, still very green, still very British, and still very pretty. Anyway, we will talk to you later. Bye.